in Vermont. I love this one. Okay, oh my God, this is hilarious. Why does this need to be on the books? Hey travel lovers, welcome to A Wanderlust for Life. In this video, I am going to react to America's craziest laws. So basically, I did a Dutch craziest laws video and I asked you if you wanted me to do a video on America's craziest laws, so I am. So the Dutch crazy laws, a lot of you have made various comments and I wanted to go ahead and preface this with, this is crazy in terms of maybe unusual in what you're used to, things like that. It's not necessarily that they are good or bad, but they are crazy. I'm using a couple different websites to find these laws, so I will let you know as I use them, just so that you know where this is coming from. I thought these were so hilarious. I haven't read them all, so you will get to experience them with me. So we're gonna start with the Business Insider website, and they have a full article on the craziest laws in every state. In Alabama, stink bombs are outlawed. So, do you know what a stink bomb is? If you don't, let me know. But basically, it's just a thing that smells up a place. They can be pretty bad, actually, but that is so funny that there was such a problem that they made a law to outlaw it, which is just crazy. So the law apparently states it is unlawful to sell, dispose of, give away, or use within the city or its police jurisdiction articles known as stink balls or funk balls, I'd never heard it called that, or anything of the like nature by whatever name known or called, the purpose of which is to create a disagreeable odors to the great discomfort of persons coming in contact therewith. Sorry, legalese, blah, 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 lots of words. Basically, don't make things smelly on purpose. Okay. In Arkansas, you cannot honk your horn near a sandwich shop after 9 p.m. What? It's unlawful to sound the horn on a vehicle at any place where cold drinks or sandwiches are served after 9 p.m. It's unclear how enforced this law is. I mean, really? How can you even call the cops on that? It's not like you're still gonna be honking your horn when they get there. That is so funny. Oh my God. Okay, in Delaware, it's illegal to whisper in church. It's always been impolite, but okay. It disturbs the act of peaceful worship. There you go. This one, actually, funny enough, it was enacted, I believe, as a law here in the Netherlands. I'm not sure if they've taken it off the books or not because it was considered discriminatory to anyone wearing like face coverings for religious purposes. But in Florida, you can't wear masks or hoods covering the face in public. Again, I'm kind of wondering in the current situation if that's still legal. I don't think that law is as funny now as maybe it was when it was put in. Okay, oh my God, this is hilarious. In Georgia, it's forbidden to eat fried chicken with a knife and fork. Where do people come up with this? Why? It was passed in 1961 as a way to get publicity for the town. Okay, it's not taken literally. Although one visitor was arrested while using a fork and knife to eat their fried chicken in 2009. But I think it was just a joke. In Louisiana, if you know anything about Louisiana, this might be even funnier. Taking someone else's crawfish could land you in jail. Now, crawfish is something that people in Louisiana take very seriously, so I'm not super surprised, but it states that if the theft or amount of crawfish taken amounts to less than $500, you will not be imprisoned for more than 6 months or fined more than $500. However, if you were to steal $1,500 worth of crawfish, you could serve up to 10 years in prison for stealing crawfish. Fish. In Montana, you cannot have a pet rat. I mean, you know, I understand some of the bigger animals that maybe would cause disturbance to your neighbors, they're endangered, but a pet rat, really? I mean, that's weird. That's just weird. A Nebraska law prohibits anyone having any kind of venereal disease from marrying. It's put in place to protect people from marrying somebody with an STD, but it's hard to enforce. While obtaining a marriage license in Nebraska, you don't have to present your medical records. So, I don't know. I think, yeah, that'd be weird. I mean, maybe if you married somebody and didn't know and then you found out afterwards, maybe it's grounds for divorce, maybe? But that is just a bit interesting as far as, yeah, how they would enforce such a thing. Drunk bingo is banned in North Carolina, which is so funny because I know people who go to bingo just to drink and have fun. We are moving on to the USA Today's website, where I found out it is illegal to kill Sasquatch in Washington State. I know people don't necessarily believe it exists, but apparently if it does, you cannot kill it. It says slaying of Bigfoot is to be a felony and punishable by 5 years in prison. The law was later amended, designating Bigfoot as an endangered species, which is why I guess the law is still in the books. In Virginia, my home state, Virginia representing, yes! There's no hunting on Sundays unless you're killing raccoons. I don't think that's enforced. I'm not sure. I feel like I should know. I come from a family of hunters. I do not myself hunt, nor have I ever hunted, but if anybody knows if that's still in the books, let me know. That's kind of funny. In Vermont, I love this one. It is illegal in Vermont to prohibit clotheslines. So catch the double negative there. It's illegal to prohibit clotheslines. The law forbids regulations that prevent clotheslines or any other energy devices based on renewable resources. Very cool. Very progressive. What? Okay, I mean, I don't feel like this should be a law because there's so many other laws. The thing is, at least in the United States, it's very common for many charges to be brought against somebody if they cause something bad to happen. So I don't even want to use an example because all I can think about is very bad things. But basically, if you do something really bad, you usually have done other illegal things to get there. So you be charged with the final thing, and then you might be charged with like brandishing a firearm, possessing a firearm, like whatever it is. So this one, in Utah, it is illegal to cause a catastrophe. Well, duh. But like, it's just like an extra charge that can be brought upon the arrestee. State law defines a catastrophe as widespread injury or damage caused by weapons of mass destruction, explosion, fire, flood, avalanche, or building collapse. But like I said, you probably did other things to cause that thing to happen. You're endangering lives, which is probably a different charge. So that's really interesting. Okay, I mean, I guess this one could be good. In Texas, you can be married by proxy. Basically, if you have a legitimate reason for not being there, such as serving in the military, you can have somebody like get married to you with your permission. So it says as long as you have all the right documentation. So you could marry your spouse without them being there. But I do kind of wonder like what the purpose of that would be. Like in the US, some of you may not know this, but there's a lot of talk about what marriage means in the relationship itself. You know, you can be committed to somebody without being married, and there's the religious aspect of it, but then there's this other aspect of it, which Sean and I took pretty seriously when we got married, and that is like having all the legal rights to be a spouse. So that means being able to make decisions in the hospital and things like that. If they say, are you family? What does that mean in a medical sense and things like that? So there are reasons to get married, even if they're not there, but I wonder like what this was for. So if you get married to somebody who is in the military service, you get benefits with that. So I'm guessing that's what this is about. But I mean, it would still be nice for your partner to be there, because then you can't share your wedding day with them. Like, what is that? What? Okay. You know what a duel is, right? In Tennessee, it's illegal to hold public office if you have been in a duel. If you've fought in a duel or knowingly been the bearer of a challenge to fight a duel or send or accept a challenge for that purpose, or be an aider or an abettor to fighting a duel. What? Just like, what? That has to be really old, obviously, right? Because it's a duel. But some of these have been in the books for just ages, and it's just still there. They just haven't done anything with it. Okay, this one was repealed in 2016, so credit where credit's due. In South Carolina, a law once made a man guilty of a misdemeanor if he seduced an unmarried woman using deception and promise of marriage. I mean, what? Like, come on. I kind of get it, but like, I guess it means seduce them in bed or something like that. But yeah, that could be nasty. Why does this need to be on the books? What? Oh my God. Okay, biting off someone's limb could earn you 20 years in prison in Rhode Island. Again, does that need to be a law? There's so many other issues with that. Like, So it specifically mentions put out an eye, slit the nose, ear, or lip, or cut off, bite off, or disable any limb or member of another. Okay. If you've ever been to Amsterdam, you know on Dam Square, there's pigeons everywhere. It's also widely known in New York and Venice in Italy. Apparently in North Dakota though, you cannot kill one unless you have permission. There's a law that says no person, firm, or corporation shall exterminate pigeons or other harmful wild birds without first obtaining a permit from the Fargo Health Department. I wonder why. Oh, this one is super interesting. In North Carolina, so in the South, it's illegal to hold a meeting or demonstration while wearing a mask, hood, or other costume. And it sounds random. So basically the article says that it was likely because of the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan. So basically it was a law. So I guess they could arrest members of the KKK because in the United States, you have a right to demonstrate, to hold meetings, obviously, things like that. So I guess this was a way to kind of get around that. Interesting. I didn't, yeah. It's interesting how some lawmakers can find ways to kind of get what they want by making kind of an obscure law like that. This one, like, come on. For a century, New Mexico stipulated that idiots could not vote. In 2016, this was repealed for discriminatory language, but basically it just meant for anybody who was mentally disabled could not vote. And therefore it was finally repealed, but like it had to take till 2016. I wonder if some of the time like they don't realize it's on the books because it's so stupid. I don't know. New Jersey, oh my God. Okay, New Jersey. I like to harp on New Jersey. My husband's from New Jersey. And okay, the title of the section for this part is No Bulletproof Vests While Committing Murder. So the article states that if you plan on committing murder or another serious crime, you cannot wear your bulletproof vest. According to the law, it is a third-degree crime to wear a body vest while engaged in the commission of or an attempt to commit or flight after committing or attempting to commit murder, manslaughter, robbery, sexual assault, burglary, kidnapping, criminal escape, or assault. Okay? I mean, where did that come from? Again, I'm really curious. Oh, this is weird. Nevada, you can be weird sometimes. In Reno, it's illegal to sit or lie down upon a public sidewalk or upon a blanket, chair, stool, or any other object placed on the sidewalk in the downtown Reno Regional Center. This definitely sounds like it was a law to prevent anyone homeless sleeping on the sidewalks or potentially people selling something on the sidewalks. I don't think this is for a person just needing to take a break or whatever. But yeah, it sounds like one of those laws to prevent homeless people from sleeping somewhere. What the heck? Okay, like some of the laws I've kind of, you can use deductive reasoning to kind of figure out what they're for. But this says in Montana, you are required by law, in Billings, Montana, you have to stay on stage throughout your whole performance if you're a live performer. The law states, no entertainer or performer, whether male or female, okay, shall be permitted to leave such platform or area while entertaining or performing. All right, if you know any of the backstories on any of these laws, please let me know down in the comments below. Also, this was just a fun, video to do in the winter time. So I'm really curious if you enjoyed it, if you thought it was fun, funny, stupid, whatever. Let me know down in the comments below. If you aren't subscribed already, please go ahead and do that. We do mostly expat videos, talking about life in Amsterdam, but also travel videos around Europe. So if you want more of that, subscribe. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, hit the dislike button if you didn't. But also just leave me a comment down below because I'd love to hear from you. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.